Chapter 16 The Oompa Loompas. Oompa Loompas, everyone said at once, Oompa Loompas. Imported direct from Loompa and said Mr. Wonka proudly. There's no such place, said Mrs. Salt. Excuse me, dear lady, but Mr. Wonka, cried Mr. Salt, I am a teacher of geography. Then you'll know all about it, said Mr. Wonka. And oh, what a terrible country it is. Nothing but thick jungles infested by the most dangerous beasts in the entire world. Hornswogglers and snozzwaggers and those terrible wicked wingdoodles. A wingdoodle would eat 10 Oompa Loompas for breakfast and come galloping back for a second helping. When I went out there, I found the little Oompa Loompas living in tree houses. They had to live in tree houses to escape from the wingdoodles and the hornswogglers and the snoozewingers, and they were practically starving to death. They were living on green caterpillars, and the caterpillars tasted revolting, and the Oompa Loompas spent every moment of their days climbing to the treetops, looking for other things to smash up with the caterpillars to make them taste better. Red beetles, for instance, and eucalyptus leaves, and the bark of the bong bong tree, all of them beastly, but not quite so beastly as a caterpillar. Poor little Oompa Loompas. The one food that they loved more than any other was a cacao bean, but they couldn't get it, and Oompa Loompa was lucky if he found 3 or 4 cacao beans a year. But oh, how they craved them. They used to dream about cacao beans all night and talk about them all day. You had only to mention the word cacao to an Oompa Loompa, and he would start dripping at the mouth. The cacao bean, Mr. Wonka continued, which grows on the cacao tree, happens to be the thing from which all chocolate is made. Could not make chocolate without the cacao bean. The cacao bean is chocolate. I myself use billions of cacao beans every week in this factory. And so, my dear children, as soon as I discovered that the Oompa Loompas were crazy for this particular food, I climbed up to the treehouse village and poked my head in through the door of the treehouse belonged to the leader of the tribe. The poor little fellow, looking thin and starved, was sitting there trying to eat a bowl full of smashed up green caterpillars without being sick. Look here, I said, speaking not in English, of course, but in Oompa Loompish. Look here, if you and all your people will come back to my country and live in my factory, you can have all the cacao beans you want. I've got mountains of them in my storehouse. You can have cacao beans for every meal. You can gorge yourself silly on them. I'll even pay you wages in cacao beans if you wish. You really mean it? Asked the Oompa Loompa leader, leading up from his chair.